wedding of Thetis and Peleus, Paris of Troy was asked to award a golden apple to the most beautiful goddess. The contestants were Athena, Hera, and Aphrodite. Very nice, ladies. That concludes the talent portion of our competition. Now for the interview. If you are crowned most beautiful goddess, Paris asked the women, what will you do? Hera replied,
If I win, I'll use my title to bring world peace and to help all the little animals.
If I win, Athena said, I'll make sure that everyone has olive oil and bake everyone a batch of cookies. Finally, Aphrodite said, If you choose me...
If you choose me, I'll arrange for you to take Helen, the most beautiful woman in Greece, as your wife. I hope I win, because I just love golden apples.
Paris carefully considered each goddess's answer, but intrigued by the prospect of being married to the most beautiful woman in Greece, chose Aphrodite. It wasn't long before Paris found Helen, tore her away from her husband, and brought her back to Troy. Now Menelaus has declared war on Troy, and everyone bound by the oath of Tyndareus is rallying to his side, and other leaders have taken up Troy's part. Calchas the seer had this to say about the impending war. Though rescuing fair Helen may seem simple, be forewarned that many obstacles will stand in your way. Many will be old and gray by the time they return home. Agamemnon and his soldiers have already left Greece to attack Troy, but Troy's walls, built by Apollo and Poseidon, are incredibly strong. Only an intense, continual siege will be enough to break through the walls, and this type of onslaught will only be possible if the Greeks have a camp close to Troy. But maybe Agamemnon will be lucky. On the home front, you must prepare for further attacks on Troy by asking other cities to give what they can to you to support the war effort.
We now return to let's play Zeus. Okay. That one right there. We have a very large unemployed population. We can also set some of these things aside. Let us set that aside. And I guess we can also do the same here. Yes. Alright. So this now has to go up. Let's see. So I'm probably going to want to change a little bit about how this works. Let's get that out. Empty that. We will now have this to accept and accept. Thinking for the future, we're going to have to pretty much get all of that there. And do we have... We do indeed now have a chance for the armory, but also for triremes. So we'll probably end up doing a road along that way. We still don't have access to those guys. But then, let's see. What do we have here? Poseidon, Hades. Well, Hades doesn't have to be nearby. It could be for the sacrifices, but honestly, if we really needed that, I could just start a little section over here. If I had the ability, I could hunt. A little section over here for some sheep if I need that. I just, I think we're going to have another temple over here at some point. I mean, maybe not here, but like on this map. And I don't think it's going to be Poseidon. So, I don't have a whole lot of areas, thanks to these boar being in the way. I don't have a lot of areas for them to be in. But I'm going to set up... What am I going to set up here? We got that. I would like that to keep going. We need to work on the armor. I'll have to import some wood specifically for that, but then we can build up our skeins of fleece here pretty quickly, I think. I'll get people employed and all that, but I would like to also sort of establish that and then decide what I need to do for temples. Okay, so I think later we get Athena, which would be a good spot right here. Just because, you know, right next to the growers. So if I'm going to do Hades, I think right here would be okay. Again, we've just got this enormous area over here, but with these in the way, it's kind of a pain to fit Hades in here. And most of my distribution crap is over here anyway. So, let's do the thing. Now we need... Well, okay, not right now, but we will later require wood. So let's do that there. And set up a little thing over here. We're going to do that, and we're going to grab a few armorers to get started with. Now the thing here is, too, that we really don't need this much armor. So I can actually turn it around and sell it, which is going to be a major part of this. So, whoops, that is actually the place I want to be. Let's start off with 8. Pretty soon, I think, we can start selling that off. We're already selling a good chunk of it there. Right. Should probably just go ahead and put in... yeah, let's just do it. Let's go ahead and put in up here to Argos, up here to Lemnos. I think this guy should easily make it up here, but if he doesn't, this should do the trick. Now, we just gotta watch him to make sure he doesn't go off that way. I think he probably will. You know what? Let's just take care of that ahead of time. Alright. So we got 260 some to go here. Let's just put this in on. Super necessary, but it completes the look. Okay. So yeah, getting rid of all that crap, kind of painful. So now let's look. We have Ethiopia, and we have Ithaca. We need to spend some time buttering them up. We could potentially do that. Well, first of all, we see here we got a lot of wine we still need. Put down some more wine. We could probably do another olive press. And potentially even more of these guys. But let's see where we're at right now. Okay, that hardly took out anything. So... is that like... They're Nessus blossoms. Okay. There. One more. Okay. Because I would also like to get this kind of thing going with some warehouses. Going to need a bit more. Here's another situation. Just fit nicely. Let's see where he walks. Oh, okay.
What other god can offer you a kraken?
So we'll get second storehouse up here for marble. And okay, we got plenty of that now. So why don't we try buttering these guys up? And they only give me 9. We really gotta do something else there. I do have 32 skeins of fleece right now. I should probably fill up the rest of that though. I do. I mean, I could be giving away a lot of wine too. Do have a few extra for that. Quite a few extra for that, matter of fact. Feel a bit more comfortable with a little bit more. Okay, you know what? I don't think we need to hang on to bronze here. In fact, we can just keep it over this situation. Price increase for armor, price increase for sculpture, price increase for bronze. Shit, we don't need that. Trade with Miletos. Oh no. Which one was that? Ah. You bastards. Well, that had better come back to me, because otherwise I am going to have problems. Yep, I'm going to have problems. Alright, well, I guess we, whoops, not that. I guess we butter them up. That's not great. It's not great. Okay, so Argos is the one who sells the armor, but now without a steady supply, we're going to struggle real hard. But that excessive amount of wheat is something else that I can also turn around. Ethiopia shuts down. And who were they? That puts a bit of a snag in things. So much for my idea now, because I mean, without the bronze, Miletos is now grateful for the wine. Congenial enough to give me a bunch of bronze. I had better hope so. Well, let's just take that and Senate attacks Troy. Keep this quiet, Gazippoles. We don't want word of our plans to spread. I, Agamemnon, leader of your ally, have received reports that our common enemy has developed a weakness. Now's the perfect time to strike, but I have no troops, and I can't possibly get any more. Miletos is still congenial. Let us give them a gift of a bunch of wheat. Senate attacks Troy. Well, I can't participate. You jokers went off and did this on your own, so that's not great. Okay, do we have excess? Destined to get it. I mean, what can we do here? I gotta get that wood, too. Who was I? Alright, Criminy. I have no reason to ask any of you. Ithaca. Ithaca's the land route. You're not Ithaca, you are Ithaca. Let's just spend it all at once. You were already selling planks of wood to Salamis. Yes. Now I wish I'd kept the extras. Miletos has now become a rival. Sparta sells more armor. So now we just have to straight get it from Sparta. Well, I guess we can do another one like right here at the end, kind of like we've got going on up in here. That's great. Well, they didn't change because of that. It wasn't this that they did that for. I should have asked before they did that. I could still do it. Being rivals, I don't know that they would agree. And it might be best to keep them respectful, actually. Respectful at a distance here. We will have to see what this combines to eat up here. We'll put in another one. Because between all that, we might get enough out of it. Now, who was the wood? Ithaca, right. And Ithaca has They want fleece, but how about I give them a bunch of wheat? I could
What
give
other
them
god
fleece.
can offer you a kraken?
Where was I getting? Ethiopia is not an ally, so it's Ithaca. We gotta butter Ithaca up anyway if I want to start building up that stockpile for the temple. We're not gonna get it because I cannot make sculpture. This has all become quite an inconvenience. I should do this now so that we have time to set it all up again. We actually need 16 wood. Buy 12 at a time anyhow. Ethiopia is now a rival. Come on. Miletos has acknowledged the gift. Ithaca has acknowledged the gift. Okay. Alright. Well, honestly, it's probably, at this point, it's probably safest just to move on. There's nothing else to do here except build some money up, which we could do. Okay, it looks like we still have some olives that can be pressed. Nobody else gives me bronze, right? They sell the armor. Just to make sure. Yeah. So my lucrative little trade thing there where I could have been... But I couldn't make armor in the previous episode, so... They borked me on that. For sure. One thing we can do, though... Nope. Only trireme. Well, I mean... I mean... It's going to be difficult, but I could buy the armor. We've got the 12 armor that I need here. Doesn't add up. So I could buy the armor and buy the wood and build up my population and get the triremes now. Next time we come back here, we will not have to conquer, but we will... Argos is now attacking Troy. Alright, listen, I can't afford the troops. If I had triremes to send... Shit, should I do that? I need more of that. Screw it. Maybe we can do it next episode. We shall not do that. A moment. Let's lower that a little bit. Whoops. So that we can get some stockpileage up here. What was I doing with them anyway? I was trying to butter them up so that we could start asking for marble and shit. I mean, it is really going to be an important part of that is to have it ready to go so I can just beg. Alright. It's not quite 16 yet. I mean, the money situation's not great. It's not... Stop buying right now. We are... Yeah, the military attack thing, oh, we just can't do it, so... before I...
What other god can offer you a kraken?
Wait a minute. Miletos. Okay, it was Miletos. Maybe because we didn't help them, they became a rival? But that doesn't explain Ethiopia. Unless they were just on the cusp of it. But if we lose Argos because of not sending them anything, that could be really bad. Do we have this ready to go? We do. Alright. Well, crap, because I was hoping to have a little bit of time to build up, but yep, the guys who made the campaign, the adventure, they designed it in such a way that you cannot. So, damn, I wanted a little bit more money, but I'm afraid that if we lose, if Argos doesn't, if they do the thing and I'm not there, they're gonna say fuck you, and then we're not gonna have them in the next mission. So we go into the next mission here without as much money as I would like, but we will have to see, I guess.
The walls of Troy have thus far withstood the Greek attack. All of Greece's leaders have agreed that building a base of operations in Ionia will be the only way to carry the day at Troy and return Helen to her husband. Meanwhile, rumblings of discontent have been heard in the cities that great leaders have left behind to fight Troy. In Mycenae, Agamemnon's wife Clytemnestra has been whispering seditious tales in the ears of anyone who will listen.
Great. All right. I'll see you next time.